Good evening, Clarence Williams. Another edition of a trip that Sister Claire and I took going to Europe. Had a great time. Some 40 days that we stayed over in that part of the country, visiting 6 different countries and at least 15 different cities. Had a great time. This is the Vatican City to share with you an opportunity now, since I've learned a little bit more, to share with you some of the videos. We've been showing the slides, pictures that we have taken, but now tonight, hopefully, I can show you some of the videos that I was blessed to have taken while I was in Vatican City. Not able to show all of them, but hopefully I can show some, give you some insight as to what I experienced, the things that I've seen while I was there. Let's get started. This is September the 1st, uh, 2023. We went there on the 29th of August. And then last time I showed you August the 30th, where we went throughout all of the walked different places, went to St. Peter's Basilica, which I thought was the Vatican. And I'm going to open up this slide tonight showing you me standing in front of St. Peter's Basilica, still thinking that it was the Vatican. But thank God, uh, Brother Ed and his family convinced us not to leave so rapidly, to stay a little bit longer. And then he and his wife took us to the Vatican, walked us there, and we were able to go in. Claire and I was able to go into the Vatican. So easily to learn things when you don't know. You just think that's where the Pope is at, and so that's the Vatican. Well, it's really not. But I've learned. I've learned, and so let's get started with this particular video, and then periodically I will show you some of the videos. This is September the 1st, 2023. Here I am standing in the front of the St. Peter's Basilica, which is in the back. Still, while I was even standing there at that time, I was thinking that this was the Vatican. Now, this was August. This picture here was taken August the 30th. But then when we went to back to the house of Ed, his family convinced us to stay longer. And then the next day, which is September the 1st, we went to the Vatican. Then I learned some stuff. Here I am on the inside, and I'm just taking pictures now and showing you so much of the different sculptures, different paintings, different artifacts that were inside of the Vatican. And I believe there's about 3 floors of the Vatican. And I'm telling you, it is so much. You just can't take pictures of everything that is in there, and you can't show it all at one time. So I'm just going to go through these, and this is as you're walking down the halls, and then you're going into certain rooms, and all of these things are either down the hallway or they're in certain rooms while you are walking through. Some have, like you see to the left there, you're right. You see a little uh, markup giving you some idea of what the painting is involving, maybe telling you who was responsible for the artist that was responsible for it. And then there are so many that has no reference to it at all. Let me show you now into the Vatican itself, and we are on one of the balconies, maybe the balcony of the Vatican, and you are able now to just look all over and see so much of the grounds and different things like that. And then you're going to also see while when I panned on over, you're going to see the top of St. Peter's Basilica. See it right there? That is St. Peter's Basilica. So you can see we are kind of behind St. Peter's Basilica. So at this point now, I know that that's St. Peter's Basilica, and I am now in the Vatican itself. And again, there is so much to see, so much to take in. And as you go through the basilica, and as you look at all of the different hallways and all of the so much, and so I just enjoyed myself. I had such a great time. This is again walking through, and you can see these different angels or what have you. Now it kind of reminds me now of that. What was that? That was the castle uh, that we went to, and I showed you that bridge that had about six different angels on each side of it. These angels right here reminds me of that particular bridge that has these angels on top of it. But as you go through, you're going to see so much. Another picture of angels and what have you. Now, some of these, I looked this particular picture up here and I did not find out who the priests were in the picture, but that particular writing to the side is telling me who was the author, who the artist that drew that portrait there, and most of these are telling you the same thing, and maybe some of them are telling you what it depicts or what have you. Look behind me. So much is seen as you walk through the Vatican, and you really just uh, can't see it all. Now, let me give you another video uh, showing you. This is another video here, and it's going to show you another beautiful sight. This video right here. This is inside of one of the rooms that you go into. And then now I'm in the hallway. Now this hallway here has so many different statues. And if you look at this hallway here, I'm going to show you another hallway that has more than what you see right here. But look how long that is. Now look, just take a picture of this particular hallway, and then once I take you to the other hallway, you're going to see the great difference of it. But it is just still so much that you are able to see while you're walking through. I'm not giving you an informative view now as far as talking about and describing or giving a history of these different uh, statures and pictures and things because that's just beyond my understanding. I have did uh, some uh, some information as far as studying, but in order to give you that history, I would have to be a little bit more abreast than I care to be to try to act as though I know something that I don't know. So what I'm doing now is just showing you all of the different things that I've taken a picture of, and I'll also look Michelangelo's David there. Michelangelo's David is not there. Now, what I read about it is that it is in Florence. It's in Florence. We did go to Florence. because was not really, familiar with Florence. Clara and I, we just got on a train. We went to Florence, got off the train, and we just walked around the area of the train station, took a few pictures, and then we came back, waited, and got back on the train and came back to Rome. But the original statue of David that Michelangelo uh, carved is in a museum in Florence, Italy. Did not know that, but even if I had known that, I'm thinking since we were so unfamiliar, we would not have ventured to try to find it. We did not want to miss that train going back to Rome. But still looking, seeing all of the different things. This is a beautiful statue here, and I don't know what it's made out of, but it's just so beautiful. It gives you that impression of Egypt. Now, I did do some information. This is the other find that that video to show you about that one. I think this is the video of it, and you just look at this. This is so amazing. This is a totally different hallway. First hallway that I saw. You got all of the and look how long this hallway is. And as far as you can look, as far as you can see, on both sides of this hallway, nothing but different sculptures, different statues. Some have writing written up of it, and then some has don't have it. Now, also the one that I just showed you. Let me go back a little bit. There is a there is an opening that will take you out into the courtyard of this particular hallway. In this hallway, and then you open it. This kind of light down there, and they're going out into the courtyard. This is where the entire city, while I was visiting them down and going through all of the different areas that light area down there, that's a door that is leading out into that particular courtyard. And in that courtyard, there is also a cafeteria that is out there, and then there's a huge ball, and you're going to see that world ball, you know, kind of like a ball of the world, yeah. And you'll see that there, and that thing moves depending on who is there. It's almost like uh, kind of like a light that comes on, dusk to dawn light. Well, when it sees motion comes close to it, it automatically revolves on an axle, turning around. These are just other pictures of that same hallway that I did the video of, and then this is another picture of selfie that I did of that same hallway. But it's just still so much. And this is maybe just one floor, but you can also go to more than one floor, what have you. Just looking and seeing. Rome, the Vatican is a large place. It is a huge place. Let me show you another video. Uh, Look at this one here. Now, I'm trying my best to get to the Sistine Chapel, trying to get there. But pretty much any of these hallways that you go down, just looking up, you're going to see decorative artwork up in the ceiling. This particular hallway here has these two large banners that is just hanging off, and some person that pretty much familiar with all history maps, then certainly this is the place to go because you can really learn a lot by at all of these maps. Another selfie that I was taken, and it's just so much. Look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. Now this ceiling is in. I think this is the Greek. This is the Greek. I call it the Greek hall, but I think they call it the Greek cross. And I took a video of this one, and I wanted to show it to you, but I did with my camera turned sideways, and showing it to you, I cannot turn it back right, and then take a picture of it or save it so that when I show it to you, it would be in the right direction. Uh, but these are pictures of it, different pictures. Here I am on that now that I showed you. Let me show you one more video. And this video right here, this is kind of like the rotunda. In fact, it is called the rotunda. Uh, it reminds me, it's still rotunda. It reminds me of the rotunda in the Washington Capitol in Washington, D.C. If you ever visited the of the tour of the Capitol, one of the places they will take you to is the rotunda. This is where heads of state dignitaries, when they are flying state, they put them right
emperors and
in the
gods we have
rotunda
around,
area.
like the one on the opposite
And
side
the
holding the
ceiling,
staff
I'm
of the
looking up
Speaker of
into
the
the
House,
ceiling,
and the little place where the
and
officers
it's
sit
pretty
and
much the
prepare the diet.
same image that you
The
see
giant
in the base of
Minerva,
the rotunda. That's right. You see the
the
casket right in the center of the
headlights,
rotunda. And then all around here, you see different structures, statues. I'm pretty sure different goddesses, what have you. But when you go to Washington, D.C., you're going to see different images and statues of different famous people, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, or what have you. That's what you will see in different uh, past uh, presidents or what have you. People that have had history in the United States. That's what you will see when you go to Washington D.C. Here I am now, standing outside, and I think this is still another picture of St. Peter's Basilica. Now it may be the starting going into the Vatican. I'm not really sure about this particular picture here. In fact, since we've taken the picture of Claire and myself, it may be. I'm not going to suggest which one it is, uh, but we took it. Here's Claire up on that balcony that I showed you the video of, and it is a beautiful view when you're there. Here I am up on that Vatican, that balcony. Now again, looking at different statues, different sculptures, different images all around, and it's just so much. We are in another room here now. You go inside this room, and then you see all types of different thing. I call this the art room. That's what I call that. And then here is a canvas room. And when you go in there, you're going to see all kinds of different canvases uh, that are on the walls, or what have you. Another different canvas. There was at one time they had a renaissance of different sculptures and paintings and artwork and what have you. And anyone that was had money, that was rich, would employ different artists, different skilled people to create sculpture, different images for them, and then naturally, I'm pretty sure they would just put those different images their into their home. This is looking like an Egyptian type sculpture, that is there. Another Egyptian type thing that is there. But all of this is there. Now, I'm not going to suggest to you how they got all of this there. That's not my point of doing this. Someone, when I got back, someone says, "Brother Williams, you need to do a video of all of these places that you have gone to and just share them." And that's why I'm doing this, because of the suggestions. And I thought it was good. Look at the ceiling. This is a beautiful room here, very classic. Yeah. But that's why I'm doing this, because someone made that suggestion. Uh, Different sculptures, images. I thought at one time that was Michelangelo, but it's really not. Uh, Once you actually uh, Google and Google Michelangelo's David, uh, it doesn't come as that particular image. That's how I found out that that was not David. And also told me where David is located, which is in Florence. But look at this room, beautiful, beautiful room, and this is just one of so many. Now I'm going up the stairs to another level. I'm going up the stairs to another level, and then if you look to your left, you're going to see another set of stairs going up again. That's why I say it is at least three uh, floors to that is in the Vatican. But every floor has so much to offer, so much to offer, and these things are old. These things are so old. I made it to the 16th chapel, and when I made it there, this is that courtyard on the outside that I told you about. You can go through that particular hallway, and then you're going out into the courtyard. This is where this is located at, and this is where I left Claire. I left her there. There is a seat where she can sit on the outside, and then I went up, and I just went there, and then one of these windows that you see up there, I could look out that window and I can see Claire sitting down there, and I took a picture of her sitting down there. But at this time, I am with her, and she and I are taking pictures of this particular area. That's that ball, uh, whirl ball that I was telling you about. And as you go closer to that ball, it's going to start turning. It's going to start turning around. Beautiful place. And then right from that ball, I guess you can see that to my left. Uh, you're right if we're looking at it. That little section to the right, that's where the outside cafeteria is located. And then that's where Claire, when I finally came back down, that's where Claire was sitting in the cafeteria. Yeah, she got out of that hot sun and she went into the cafeteria. Another picture there. And then look at this now, right behind her. Let me go back one time. You see that head down at the bottom? Uh, there's water that is coming out of that head. And people actually drink that water. They actually drink that water. I think I have a picture of Claire actually drinking water. That's her standing there now. And you can see the water coming out. See what she's doing? And she's actually drinking the water. Now, I'm pretty sure, again, uh, they would view that as holy water, what have you. And I'm pretty sure that that is safe to drink, other than they would have, some type of barricades up there telling you don't drink the water or what have you. But Claire was drinking the water. She was drinking the water. Yeah. But she had a great time. And I had a magnificent time. That's her. I am up in this area now. May I go back just to show you? up in that area, one of those windows. I'm there, and I'm looking down. If you can see the cafeteria right to my right, my left, where she was sitting after came back down to find her. But when I left Claire and I looked back down, and that's where she was sitting on that particular bench, covered up with her coat because it was hot out there. It was hot. But then when I actually came down looking for her, Claire was in here. You can see the chairs of the restaurant. Claire was already inside that restaurant, and she was just sitting there. This is a beautiful view. You can see me now. I'm up in here, and I'm taking a picture now of the uh, the whatever you call it, kind of like the open way of it. Uh, and here now, if you look straight back, you're gonna see the St. Peter's Basilica. You look down, you're gonna see that ball and that covering right in front of us. That's that cafeteria that Claire is sitting into. And now, as you walk around, you can always look over into this particular opening here and see all kind of different views. Now, here is not. This is not uh, the 16th chapel. This is not the 16th chapel. And then it may be. I'm not sure. But I know you don't supposed to take pictures of the 16th chapel. You go in there, and then you have people uh, walking around, and they're telling you, don't take pictures, cut your camera off. I may have snapped this one before they told me to cut it off. But you also have on each side, the walls, you have little chairs or little benches on the walls that you can sit down. And then you also have people just mingling, and there are thrones of people constantly coming in, constantly looking up, taking pictures, not taking pictures, but just looking up and seeing it. I went online and just to look at the 16th chapel online, videos out there of the 16th chapel. Now, how they got those, I'm pretty sure someone just went on and took the picture. But here I am now. You can see looking up at the ceiling. Now, this is not the 16th chapel again, but there are so many different uh, ceilings that are just so cluttered with beautiful structures, beautiful sceneries, and everything is gold. Everything is gold. Now, I don't know whether it's pure gold or not, but it is definitely painted in gold. Every one of them. Beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. And all of these are different things. Look at this one right here. Look how beautiful that whole setting is. And then up above it, someone has taken great pride and patience to paint something so beautiful as that. And you haven't even made it to the 16th chapel. But then look at all of these different ceiling that is just painted so beautiful. And again, you're not talking about one, you're talking about three floors of this stuff. It's amazing. If you ever want to go to Rome, I would invite you, I would implore you, go to the Vatican, go to St. Peter's Basilica. You can also go into St. Peter's Basilica. We didn't do that, but this is going into Rome. Now, as you're coming out, this is the winding stairs. You know, you up top, the winding stairs that's taking you back down to the ground floor, so that you can go outside of it. And again, it's so beautiful. Now, this is the end. Now, gone through cross country from Venice coming to Rome. And then we have on the 30th, we have gone walking around Rome, gone to St. Peter's Basilica, gone to the squares and look at all the different ventures and all of the different sculptures and things at the Navarro. In fact, the Navarro, uh, Piazza Navarro, is where we went there, and then you saw those three different fountains. That at one time was the place where they had those games. Uh, and people would come there and then they would do those games. Now I've always thought the games was in the Coliseum. Now whether they was there at both places or whether they had one time or the other, I haven't looked at that. But I do know that they at one time was there, where Innocence, I think Innocent Tenth, the Pope, he was the one that had his palace there, and he also had the church there. But it's just so much. Uh, August 29th, cross country. The 30th, we got up and we got to walking. Claire and I, we went all over the place. Went to St. Peter's Basilica, came back, and then we had that discussion about whether we was going to get up and leave. And Ed and his family said, "No, you guys are not leaving." We ended up staying there 3 days, 5 days, and so the next day, September the 1st, Ed's wife, so gracious, we got up that morning, and then she took us to Saint. We took us to the Vatican. We waited in line, and then when we went into the Vatican, that's when she went back and got ready, and she went to work. And then we toured the Vatican, and then we came back there. Day three, we went to Tivoli. Went to Tivoli. Tivoli is a beautiful city way up on the mountain, way up on the mountain. It's about 40 miles. I would say 40 miles away from Rome. And then we came back, and then we ate that night, got up that next morning. Claire and I got on the bus. No, we didn't do that. We got on the train before we went to Tivoli. We got on the train and we went to Florence. And then we came back, went to Tivoli, and then we got on the bus. We had a great time. We had a great time. It's just so much to see. Again, thank you. Thank you so much for just looking at it, viewing it. Hope I've said something. Hope something was important, interesting to you, that you can really get some concept, some idea of what uh, Claire and I was able to uh, be blessed to enjoy. Uh, hope you have enjoyed this. You can certainly uh, text me. You can tell me how much you enjoyed it or what have you. You can also subscribe my and I would appreciate that so very very much. And on Sundays and on Wednesday nights, as far as the church is concerned, you can watch us on the tube with different sermons and also different Bible studies. At one time I thought maybe since I started doing this, because I've gone across the Pacific as well, and I thought maybe I would also do some videos of the Philippines, of Osaka, Japan, on the Hong Kong, on Macau, on Singapore, on Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, just to show you, because I have so many of those pictures and videos that I could introduce you also. And then also in the United States, I have that video of touring Washington D.C. and going into the Capitol, which was a very good experience. Touring Black History Museum in Washington, D.C. Very interesting experience. Anyone going to go to Washington, D.C., don't fail to go to the Black History. You have said something. Hope you have enjoyed this video. May God continue to bless you, be with you. This is my prayer. Clarence Williams, Jacksonville, Florida. Have a great